Hello and welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and this story is from Superboy 89, published in June 1961. It's Superboy's Big Brother, written by Robert Bernstein and art by George Pack. This jack-in-the-box creature has two heads, little brother. You tackle one head and I'll tackle the other. I get it, Mon-El. This is a double header. This never happens at all. But we get the first introduction of Mon-El. Gosh, Superboy, you broke my bat with your fastball. Sorry, Mon-El. I'll ease up. Golly, it's great to have a brother who also has superpowers. We could play baseball in outer space using petrified trees for bats and meteorites and for baseballs. So Superboy is out and spots a spacecraft crash landing. Gasp, it looks like a one-man space vessel from another world, and it's plunging down out of control. It's sure to crash unless I set it down easily. So he helps it down and discovers a boy inside. He says, strange, he's wearing a costume similar to mine, except the colors are reversed. But who is he? Maybe this letter in his pocket will explain. Good heavens, this note is in the Kryptonese handwriting of my father Jor-El, who died when the planet Krypton exploded years ago. I'll translate Jor-El's words into English. Jor-El writes, this chart describes the space course to be taken by my son's rocket ship on its journey to Earth. My son? Is it possible that Jor-El had another son older than me? So he also discovers a medallion with some Kryptonese metal, and it's inscribed with all our love and good wishes, Jor-El and Lara. My mother and father gave him that keepsake. So this fellow does not seem to have any memory. And Superboy explains to him the history of Krypton and Jor-El and Lara and what happened. So this is still Superboy, so I think he has less knowledge than what Superman had. He says, by overtaking light rays from the past, I learned that I was the son of a great scientist. Now, this is the first Superboy comic I've talked about, so I don't know how things have gone with his knowledge of Krypton. That's something new to me, that he would learn it from light rays. But for some reason, DC did a lot of Silver Age Superman and Superman family stuff, but never Superboy. They did Supergirl. So they test out his superpowers, and yes, he can enter the flame and it doesn't affect him. Discovers he has X-ray vision. So Superboy says, my brother, you sure have superpowers. Now let me take you home to my foster parents. So he takes him home and then sort of adopts him into the family. But this is a bit of weirdness. I recently added this room, these pictures of our parents, Jor-El, our father, and Lara, our mother. And Mon-El says, I don't think he's Mon-El yet. But how can they be so young? I'm at least 18, and your rocket ship, you called it a model ship. If that is so, what ship did I use? So that doesn't make sense. They're young because the pictures of them are when they were younger. And then Superboy says, I'll offer a theory to explain it. First, about your age. Krypton must have been a planet whose atmosphere speeds up a life processes. There you aged more rapidly than you would have on Earth. What? What is he talking about? I left Krypton when I was a baby, so I escaped the fast aging process. That's why you look so much older than me. Does he? Now, as for your rocket ship, I think that Jor-El sent you into space first because you were oldest son, then fearing your ship was defective. This stuff doesn't make any sense to me. They look, okay, so he's 18. I don't know what age Superboy is supposed to be there, but if he's the older brother, why would he have to introduce some fast aging process? I don't understand. Since they don't appear to age when they're in the spacecraft. Okay, so Superboy is there with Pa Kent, and having problem with the refrigerator, so he uses his cold breath. He finally does come up with the name Mon-El. He says, "Today is Monday. Monday is when he came into our life. Since Krypton family name always ends in L, we'll call him, or his Krypton family, we'll call him Mon-El." So they're having fun, preventing disasters and things like that. Crypto comes along, but Crypto doesn't recognize Mon-El. "Golly, I don't understand it. He's growling at you as if you were an enemy. Why is he unfriendly? Maybe Crypto's forgotten me. It's been so long since he saw me." Well, true. So Superboy starts to become suspicious. "Good heavens, I just noticed the metal of Mon-El's belt. It isn't from Krypton on a recent journey. On a recent journey through time into the past, I studied Jor-El's records of all elements found on Krypton. Oh, okay. This metal isn't among them." So he decides to test out by using a lead box with a kryptonite beam in it, and it has no effect on Mon-El. The next morning, "I had a wonderful night's sleep. How about you, Clark?" "Who, me? Oh, I was a bit restless." The phony. He's keeping up the pretense that he's my older brother from Krypton. Crypto didn't recognize him. His belt wasn't made on Krypton, and kryptonite doesn't affect him. Therefore, he can't be from Krypton. He can't be my brother. He's an imposter. Then who is he? How did he get superpowers? Yes, reader, who is this cunning stranger who pretends to be Superboy's older brother? See Part 2 and learn the startling answer.